Welcome to the Business Miracles Podcast. I'm Heather Dominick, founder of BusinessMiracles.com. Since 2010, I've been training highly sensitive entrepreneurs and leaders from around the globe to work less while making more impact and income by doing things differently. I'm so glad you've joined me. Listen in and get ready for a shift in the way you view yourself, your work, your life. A business miracle. This is A Course in Business Miracles, podcast episode 132, The Perception of Miracles. Listen in as I share how to apply miracle principle number 1 from A Course in Miracles so that perceived problems instead become opportunities for creative solutions, learning, growth, and miracles, all to support you with leading yourself, your relationships, your business, and your vision into an expanded experience that is filled with possibilities. Let's start with a brief activation of the energy for today's training. So allow yourself to come to a comfortable position, feet planted firmly on the ground beneath you. Take a moment to put down anything that's in your hands, pen, pencil, journal, writing pad, keyboard, tablet. Just allow your hands to rest comfortably in your lap. And then together, let's take in a deep breath. Deep breath in and let it out. And again, breath in and let it out. And one more time, power of 3, breath in and let it out. If you haven't already, take a moment to close your eyes and then allowing yourself to continue to breathe steady, strong, consistent. Together, just to really seal it in, we will take another breath in and let it out. Now taking a moment to roll your shoulders up to your ears and down your back, bringing that spine into a greater space of alignment. Taking a moment to really feel your feet planted beneath you, maybe even rocking your feet forward and back, and even maybe side to side, coming into just a real centered, grounded position. And now take a hand or hands and place them on your heart. And in this moment, we open the mind. We open the mind to be available to receive. We open the mind to be available to receive concepts that are outside the normal, limited, day-to-day view of survival. We open the mind and we prepare it to allow in concepts, ideas, considerations, and inspirations that support to bring your entire body, your entire being, your entire business, your entire life to an expanded experience that is filled with possibilities that you feel not only capable of stepping into, but safely inspired to step into. And this is the energy that we activate together right here and right now. Principle number 1, there is no order of difficulty in miracles. One is not harder or bigger than another. They are all the same. All expressions of love are maximal. So this first principle really is a gem. It is a principle that occurs over and over again in all three books of A Course in Miracles in many different forms. So, saying it again, there is no order of difficulty in miracles. So, no order of difficulty in miracles is the same thing as saying that all the problems in the world are really the same. The seemingly major ones and then the seemingly minor ones, no difference. There is no difference among them. This can be thoroughly understood only when you recognize that there is no world out there. So take a moment to write that down. There is no world out there. If you believe in the reality of the perceptual, physical, or separated world, then you must believe that there are gradations. There are bigger things and there are smaller things. Again, when you're believing in the reality of the perceptual, of the physical only. Meanwhile, our entire world, which really is to say the entire world of perception, is based upon orders and differences. We all have concepts, and I want you to write that word down, concepts. We all have concepts, ideas, meanings of large and small, fat and thin, beautiful and ugly, male and female, night and day, light and darkness, large problems, small problems, and on and on and on. And these are all inherent parts of the ego's world of separation. If you talk to one person and ask them about their definition of fat, and then talk to another person and hear their definition of fat, you're going to hear two very different definitions. And the same is with problems. What is a large problem to someone else is, what's the problem? So the key is in the concept. And the whole idea of the Course is to let us know just how insane we are and how insane this thought system is. And the Course lets us know this all so that we have the choice to change our minds about it. And write that down. However, you cannot change your mind about something if you do not know that it is there. So the idea of exposing the ego's thought system is not to make us feel even more guilty than we already do or more stupid than we may feel, but to help us realize that, in fact, we do believe this, so we then can change our minds about it. Now, if we were all born into the world this way, it would radically change parenting. Because most parents, just out of doing the best that they can, approach teaching their children as this is the only way. This is what we believe as a family, so this is then what you believe. Versus, this is what we believe as a family, and you have a choice. You can believe it or not. So teaching, rather than to believe that this is the way, the teaching of the Course is teaching, what do you choose as your way? And this first principle really starts us off with a bang teaching that there are only two basic contents in the world: God or the ego, love or fear, spirit or the body. There are only two basic perceptions in the world. One is the ego's way of looking at a problem. And remember, according to the Course, that's fear, the fear-based way. The other is the Holy Spirit's way of looking at a problem. Again, remember the definition for the Course, the higher self. The way we define a problem automatically establishes how we resolve the problem. Write that down. So how does this apply to highly sensitive leadership? Well, first of all, we recognize that as highly sensitives, we experience the world differently because our nervous system is wired to take in stimulation at a much higher degree than someone who is not highly sensitive. So that means we're processing the world at a higher level of stimulation and a higher level of awareness. And not necessarily awareness as in an enlightened awareness, but awareness just as in experience things more intensely. The untrained or lower functioning highly sensitive is going to believe, because of this increase in stimulation, that the world is happening to them. And then they're going to be tempted to default to coping mechanisms and to shadow behavior, such as overprotection, over responsibility, or pushing or hiding to try to just survive in this world. As a highly sensitive leader, when we recognize that we define a problem, we define the problem, and that we therefore have a choice in how we respond and then therefore resolve the problem. What this requires is us to be willing to step out of the socialized box and to be willing to step forward to do things differently, even though it's going to look very different than anyone else in our family, most likely. It's going to look very different than anyone else in our industry, most likely. And yet, through the courage of conviction to honor the highly sensitive essential self, we will be open and have access to our highly sensitive strengths, and then therefore creative solutions that go beyond the realm of socialized thinking, giving us the availability to recognize and experience that there is no order of difficulty in miracles. One is not harder or bigger than another. They are all the same. Every problem presents the opportunity for creative solution and presents the opportunity, therefore, for learning and growth, and then therefore a miracle. And the more you choose this way of operating, the more you will be available to lead in your life, in your relationships, in yourself, in your business, in your profession, and in your vision.
Thank you for being a part of this Business Miracles podcast episode and for beginning to dip your toe into the journey of highly sensitive leadership training.
If you are ready to truly use your sensitivities as strengths in all parts of your work and life, I invite you to connect for a one-on-one chat. You will experience being deeply listened to, and together we'll get a sense of whether the highly sensitive leadership training programs are the best next step for you and your highly sensitive journey at this time. Just go to www.claritycall.com to schedule a conversation. We so look forward to connecting with you. Talk to you soon.